Well, we got a windy day today. Walnut's still falling. Thought that tree would be finished, but there's still a few on there. Hell, a lot of them on there this year. I got about I think it's somewhere around 12, 13 foot. I always cut them about a foot longer so they can hang over these edges. It's kind of messy to be cutting this. It's got a heck of a bend in it, but maybe I could turn it and try to run it on its flat, find a flat side on. So these things would go down a little bit. Not right there, I would say. Can drop them backstops down. About right there. Good. I don't think I need this middle one right now. All right, let's see what we got here. All the bark's off of this one, that's for sure. Get scooped up there. Yeah, we'll go ahead and put a clamp on it here. Not too bad. Okay, let me get the sawmill. I went ahead and greased everything last night. Tighten it back up. I always like letting the tension off of it. Tighten it back up. I had one a couple weeks ago. Just pop right off of there. Actually, it busted. That's all right. Just put another one on it. Let's see, 13, 12, about 12 inches. That's where that would stand. I'll try that. Now see, like I said, I can cut pretty long. That's 12. And then I can cut clear back in here. It's a little tight. I think 16 cuts really good on here. So that's only 4 more feet. So that would actually be close to the end, and then probably right here somewhere. And then it gives it room for the head, this head part back in here. So if I throw a 16, I've cut an 18 on it, and that's really close. I mean, that's right up against the blade. I barely got it on there, but at 16 worked really well. I hope it's not getting too much sawdust, and I put some shellac around that air filter. I need to go down a little further, I guess. Probably good 2 inches. I'm way down there. Start getting that wind kicking up, and it blows all that sawdust over on me. Does that every time. I need that back stop up. Must have slid down. Alright, let's see what we got. Pick this thing up. Set it on the side here. Cut a little piece off, see what it looks like. Eleven and a half inches. down the backstops again. Ow. Smashed my finger on that one almost. Turn them around. Here we go. 7. That makes a nice 1-inch board. Okay. Let's see. Here in a second. This way. So 7 inches. I'll have 7 here. I got 6. I'll fix that backstop here. So what we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, this you can't use this one. So I got about 6 2x4s out of there. About 13 feet, something like that. And a couple 1x was on the bottom of it. That it cut. Never seems to cut sometimes right on some of these, especially the bottom, because once you cut it, okay, and you get down so far cutting it, your wood has a little bit of a tendency to bow after you cut it. And what happens is, just say for instance you have 2 pieces left like this, okay, and it could be straight, it could be a really straight piece of wood, you know, sturdy, but once you cut it, you take that pressure that being combined together and make it thinner, so it's more, the board's more like a rubber band, more flexible. So once you cut that last piece off of there, if that wood, normally, like I said, if it doesn't sit on top of these tracks or on top of the beds here, and then up here too, you know, they'll actually drop down in the front because they're springing off the wood. You know, the last piece is actually pulling off because it's bowing. That's what it's doing. And this one here did it, but it did it in the middle. And so we got 1 2x4. It's probably a little bit thicker in the middle. And of course I could see it running through there. If you can see it, I don't know if you can or not, but this would be a little bit of the weakness in the wood here, and that's exactly where it cut thinner, you know, so it's exactly right in this area. So this was kind of maybe a soft piece and wet, of course, you know, that also does it. But that's normally what it does, is like either your first piece or you're going to have your last piece, and most time it's the last piece that you have that kind of pulls away. So when you do your next cut, it's actually pulling, so that makes that one board off, or 2 boards at the end off. But as you can see, another thing I tell you too is always make sure that your track is level. It's got to be completely level. I mean, you should be able to take your machine and pull it and just let it slide like this, because it's going to stop. Now if it was tilted downhill or something, of course it would just keep rolling, you know what I'm saying, like this. And this track here, I mean, it's perfect level. I don't mess around with them. When I do them, I make sure it's done, you know, the right way, I would say. But if you're going to put them up and install them, just make sure that your track is, that's the most important thing, is make sure your track is level, square, and then also, you know, make sure that it doesn't come in and out like this, you know what I mean, because that can slow down some of the process of your working, like pushing this through. And if, just say for instance, the track it came through like this and bowed back out, well, when you went to push this or pull it, it would actually slow it down and almost come to a stop, and then you're just hesitating to push your saw head through for a piece of wood. So by making sure your track is completely level and completely square, that it's not this way, you know what I mean, you can do that with just regular string. You can put them in each corner, put a string here, string up here, do each corner. Of course it's square, a lot of squares, but it takes a long time. Then once you get your track settled, make sure that you it's not going to sink, because once that track sinks, it's off again. So then you got to start all over again. You don't want to do that. So if you're going to set this, let's just say for instance out in the woods someplace, and you're going to cut, make sure you got some, you know, some nice base, like patio stone, or even some nice big slabs of wood underneath of this to keep it from going down in the ground. But you can see, like I said, when you see, I could pull that and it's no hesitation. So when I cut the wood, I'm not really shoving behind it to get it to go through a log, and that's what makes it nice. So and a lot easier work, because I know I watched some of the videos online and people's really holding back and just, you know, really putting some pressure on it, and I'm like, well, your blade can't, if your blade's dull, you know, it is going to be a little bit more harder to shove through a piece of wood. But if you got a good sharp blade, a good square deck, your work system. Oh, you wouldn't believe how much easier it is. And then of course keep everything oiled up, maintenance. So okay, I cut some 2x4s today, and then I have some more other ones yet to cut. So if you got any comments or anything, just leave them down below, and I'll get back with you as soon as I can. And thanks for watching.